Okay, this video is to add a little context, a little extra information for this 2014 120th anniversary Gibson SG. Now this was probably, this might have been one of the coolest Gibsons ever, one of the coolest things Gibson ever did. They put out this guitar with, at a very, very modest price point, but it was kind of plain. I mean, it didn't have very much going on for it. Has the stainless, the sort of the brushed nickel-looking hardware that's really kind of cool. I did not buy this guitar new. I found it in a pawn shop and it had been neglected, and I didn't even know what it was. I just knew it was an SG. This guitar had been spray painted completely black, and everything but the fretboard was completely, well, I guess in the hardware wasn't black either. But I guess some sort of a gothic thing, some sort of a gothic theme. What you see now is my efforts to restore it, to put it back the way that it was. And there are some things that I was unable to fix. These pickups, these are those zebra pickups that are really cool now. They've got a great sound to them. I'll play them here for you in just a second. But those things are pretty much standard, I believe, on all the Gibson models now, and they're neat. They're definitely cool. The initial owner, I believe, got rid of the switch or the ring that was around here. These are those knurled knobs that Gibson made that are extra grippy. Back and sides, all in great shape. I mean, structurally, this guitar is great. It's got a maple neck. It's got no issues here on the headstock. Headstock is great, is pristine, no problem whatsoever. I stripped off the black spray paint. There were some sanding places, some issues where I don't honestly know what happened. I don't know if he sanded it before he sprayed it, but there were definitely sanding marks that are still, and there's a couple of dings and things that I didn't get out, you know, my own kids. But if I look and see, if I show you down here, if you hold it at just the right angle, you can see some of the marks. But by and large, you know, this finish looks pretty darn good. It's not a perfect factory finish, but it's a pretty good finish. And then the other thing that was added in that was, it just didn't look quite right without a pick guard. And I've always liked the bigger pick guards, but because this is a 24 fret, you can't get a pick guard that fits it. At least I couldn't find one. So I ended up having to modify this one in two places. I ordered one and it's modified down here. I had to cut out a little half moon in order to be able to fit the bridge. And up here, I had to make some sort of an adjustment because the pickup routes were in the wrong spot. Basically, if you can see, if I can zoom it in right there, you can see that I had to make a little bit of a cut here. And I tried to make those as aesthetically pleasing as I can. You have to get awfully close to be able to see them. If somebody really wanted to, they could fill that in with, you know, with a lot of different things, with plastic or caulk or put a pickup ring. You get a set of pickup rings. You know, this guitar originally shipped with no pick guard and with pickup rings, and the rings were not on it when I got it. So that's the story with that. The other thing that was added is this truss rod cover. The original truss rod cover was not around and not included. I had to strip the black off of the headstock, and so it turned out pretty good. The original logo was still there and was fine. You know, the serial number and the made in 2014 is still just fine. That was, you know, impressed in the wood. The tuners are great. The hardware is great. The electronics are great. I mean, it plays nice. It's a great guitar. And I will play it now. I've got it, I'm not going to actually run it through, you know, these guitars were made for Marshalls, and so I've got this little Marshall 50th anniversary 1 watt, and so I'm going to run it through that. Before I do that, let me show the case. They came with a gig bag, and I do have the gig bag, but the previous owner also customized this case. And it fits it really nice. I mean, it does fit the guitar very nicely. It's in there, but it's kind of weird to have this extra padding. So in terms of functionality, it's great. Put that on there. I plan to ship both the gig bag and the case with it. So yeah, let's see. Let's do a little playing here. It's not my best style of music, but I can do something here. Okay, so let's see, this guitar, if I put this in here, you can notice that it's nice and quiet. Let's with the gain halfway up. This channel, or this amp, has two different cycles, two different spots. So that was on with both pickups. Gain halfway up on the first preamp. So you know, you can, it's, you know. They're pretty hot pickups. They're actually really kind of cool. So if I go all the way up with the gain, then you know, you get the same. Way back when I was young, I learned how to play Crazy Train a little bit. I can't play it all, but you can get the idea. Pull this back down to half and kick in the extra stage, you can get another sense. This down, you can get it all the way back to a go. That should do it. The guitar's got a great sound, a lot of potential. It's certainly a rock machine, but it has the potential to do a lot of different things. I love the 24 frets. I love being able to reach all the way up and play you know, to be able to access pretty much any note on the fretboard all the way up to 2 full octaves. That's a real plus for this guitar. And the fact that it is, I like this finish better. This is nitrocellulose lacquer, so it's going to breathe, it's going to wear, it's going to age fine. I like this brushed hardware. It's really cool. The truth is, this just isn't my style of guitar. I'm too old for this kind of thing. And, you know, and I play mostly acoustic. So I couldn't let it just sit and die, or, you know, just sit and languish. It's got to go to somebody who will appreciate it and will treat it right. So there you go. Thanks.